back. Let's talk about Class 3A football, why don't we? Cisco and Coleman, among others, are gone, but there's still plenty of good football being played in the big country in that class. Here's Max with a look at Dave Campbell's picks for 2020.
9 teams in the big country are slated to compete at the Class 3A level, with 4 teams in District 3 Division 1, 2 in District 2 Division 2, and 3 in District 5 Division 2. In District 3 3A Division 1, the Jim Ned Indians, led by head coach Matt Fanning, are coming off a 7-4 record in 2019. They returned 6 starters on offense and 5 on defense. One starter on the offensive side includes Xavier Wishart, who was named preseason offensive MVP by Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. Wishart rushed for 859 yards and 6 touchdowns last year, while also making 93 tackles, 1.5 sacks, and an interception on the defensive side of the ball. Jim Ned is predicted to finish second behind a tough Wall team that finished 12-1 last year and returned 14 starters this year. Clyde and Breckenridge are expected to earn a playoff spot in 2020. Early and San Angelo TLCA fall out of postseason play at the 5 and 6 spot. Ballinger looks to make a statement in District 2 3A Division 2 with 9 offensive starters and 8 defensive starters returning in 2020. Head coach Chuck Lipsey led the Bearcats to an 8-3 record with a 5-2 finish in district last year. Dave Campbell gives Adam Wynn preseason All-State honors as an offensive lineman, while also awarding him district preseason defensive MVP as a defensive end. Wynn was named Defensive Lineman of the Year after making 94 tackles and 3 sacks in 2019. The Bearcats are expected to finish at the top of District 2 3A Division 2. Sonora follows in second with Bangs in third. The Dragons return quarterback Brayton Wedeman, who threw for 748 yards and 10 touchdowns, while also running for 685 yards and 11 scores. Brady takes the last playoff spot. Ingram, Moore, and Grape Creek miss the postseason. You might have heard the name Baron Morton a few times before. The Eastland quarterback looks to lead the Mavericks in District 5 3A Division 2 alongside his dad, head coach James Morton. Morton is honored with being preseason offensive MVP of the district. The 2021 Texas Tech commit threw for an impressive 2,754 yards and 29 touchdowns in 2019, while also rushing for 9 more scores. He returns with 4 other starters on offense and 6 on the defensive side. One of those offensive starters includes running back Brandon Fielding, who rushed for 1,115 yards and 14 touchdowns last year. Eastland is projected to finish first in the district. After making the playoffs last year, Comanche is predicted to make the postseason again, following Jacksboro in third. Dublin follows Comanche in fourth. Millsap and Merkel take the 5th and 6th spot and miss the playoffs. For BigCountryHomepage.com Sports, I'm Max Preston.
Well, you heard the name Baron Morton from Eastland just now. He's clearly one of the best in the big country and in the state. The Texas Tech commit spent the offseason recruiting players to go to Lubbock with him, and now it's time for his senior year. Earlier this summer, Morton told us that he wants to lead the Mavericks on a long playoff run before he leaves town. Over in Tuscola, the Jim Ned Indians feature a junior that's a threat on the offense and the defense. Xavier Wishart is a preseason offensive MVP in the Indians district, and look for him to be at least as good on the defensive side. He had 93 tackles last year. Wishart is one of the reasons the Indians are expected to challenge Wall for that district championship. Class 2A, one of my favorite levels of football in the big country. Who can make a run to the state championship game this year? We enter the 2020 season with 4 schools ranked in the Texas football preseason top 10, so we've got a good chance of it happening again. Here's Max with Texas football's picks for the area.
16 teams make up the big country's presence at the Class 2A level headed into the 2020 season. In District 3 2A Division 1, the Hawley Bearcats lose running back Colton Marshall, who had an incredible 2020 season, but return quarterback Xavier Rodella, who was honored with district preseason offensive MVP in Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. Also, offensive lineman Bo Thompson was given preseason All-State honors. The Bearcats start the year ranked 7th in the 2A Division 1 state rankings. Hawley is expected to win the district, with big country teams Anson and Stanford following behind. Forsan gets the final playoff spot. Haskell and Colorado City fall out of postseason play. After falling short of the 3A enrollment number, the Cisco Lobos go to District 4 2A Division I. They return 4 starters on both sides of the ball and welcome new head coach Kevin Stinnett. The Lobos are projected to go to the regional finals and fall to post. Cisco ranks 4th in the 2A Division I state rankings, and wide receiver Stephen Bird was awarded district preseason offensive MVP. The Lobos are favorited to win the district, with San Saba following in second. Coleman and Winters earn the last 2 playoff spots, while De Leon and Goldthwaite miss the postseason. In District 5 2A Division II, the Hamlin Pied Pipers look to return to the state title game after a close loss to Mart in 2019. Head coach Russell Lucas gets 5 starters back on offense and 7 on defense. Dave Campbell gives defensive lineman Ethan Byerly preseason Defensive Player of the Year honors for Class 2A, while quarterback Braden Warner is district preseason offensive MVP. Hamlin ranks 2nd in the state to Mart headed into the season. The Pied Pipers are slated to win the district. Rawls takes 2nd, with Big Country team Roscoe following in 3rd. Lockney locks up a playoff spot, and Crosbyton falls short in 5th. In District 6 2A Division II, Archer City comes into the season as the favorite to take the top spot. Quanah, Seymour, and Electra make the postseason. Monday and Olney fall short. The Albany Lions headline District 8 2A Division II as head coach Denny Faith gets 6 starters back on offense and defense. Defensive end Parker Henry was awarded preseason defensive MVP. The Lions are ranked 8th in the state to start the year. Albany is projected to take the district crown in 2020. Santo takes 2nd. Big Country squad Cross Plains earns the 3rd spot as Heiko follows in 4th. Meridian and Rangers sit outside in the 5th and 6th spot. For BigCountryHomepage.com Sports, I'm Max Preston.
We've come into the new season like every season with questions. One of them is, can the Holly Bearcats find a lead dog like Colton Marshall this year? The Bearcats are hoping quarterback Xavier Rodella can take the lead. 2019 delivered 2,800 total yards, had a hand, and 36 touchdowns. Basically, the Holly offense is in good hands with Rodella leading the way. You need to keep your eye on the Winters Blizzards and quarterback Alex Salas in the Class 2A Division II level. Salas runs the Blizzards flexbone offense with confidence. His job is to distribute the ball. This year, you can look for him to throw the ball a little bit more coming up this season. Well, that does it for 11-man football previews. When we get back, we turn to Class A football, which Big Country teams are starting the 2020 season ranked in the top 20. That answer is coming up.